Hi, welcome to the channel. Remain Dr. Guru. In this video, I will be showing you how to implement selection sort algorithm. Selection sort algorithm is one of those algorithms out there, and I will be talking about all the other sort algorithms in this channel. I will be talking about everything on this channel and how we show you how to implement each and every one of those sort algorithms. In fact, it's going to be a series. After the selection sort algorithm, I'll be talking about other ones too. I will put them in a series. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, it would be a nice idea, be a great idea to subscribe to the channel so that you can learn about the implementation of all these sort algorithms and how they work. This is going to go a long way in terms of how you write code, how you implement algorithms and all sorts. Okay, talking about selection sort algorithm. Selection sort algorithm and every other sort algorithm arrange data in order of their magnitude. All right. And in this video, I'll be talking about the time complexity of selection sort algorithm and the space complexity of the algorithm as well. But before we dive into it, I would also like to say something. If you've been watching my video, if you've been watching videos on the channel, you will discover that all I do is show you how to implement algorithm and the time complexity of this algorithm and space complexity of this algorithm of the algorithms, and at the same time explain, or let me say in summary, explain how to write algorithms, basically how to code, how to write algorithm, how to implement algorithm, how to create your own algorithm. These are the things that I talk about in this channel. So what I will advise is that you should try as much as possible to implement some of the things that is being discussed in this channel. To get your hands dirty, try and go out there and see how you can implement this. This is going to help you in a long way, in the long run. It's going to help you in so many ways. It's going to help you in creating your own programs. It's going to help you in creating any form of software. It's going to help you to do more. So try as much as possible to implement or try things that have been explained in this program out. Okay, enough of story. Let's dive into selection sort algorithm. If you look at my screen very well, you will see that I have a list of I have a list on my board. I've created a list already, and we have a number of data in the list. I think let me count the number of data we have in this list. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we have 11 um, data here, right? So now what we have to do to be able to sort this number, because they are unsorted, they are unsorted in the sense that they are not properly, basically, you know what that means. They are not arranged accordingly, according to in ascending order. So what we are going to do, basically what sorted means is arranging them um in um in order of their magnitude in ascending order. And one important thing, or why you should learn to sort data like this, is because if you have watched one of my videos where I talk about linear and binary search, I talked about binary search, and all, if you notice, the data that I use in binary search, when I was talking about binary search, they are all sorted, they are all arranged in the order of their magnitude. Now, there is no way you can actually do binary search without sorting your data properly. If your data is not sorted, then uh there is no way your binary search algorithm can be efficient. So what these are one of the ways you need to know how to sort data, because sometimes when you want to carry out some things, when you want to write some algorithms, it will require that your data are sorted. Okay, so now the first thing you need to do after creating your list is to look through the data, which is going to be the first thing to do when you are creating selection sort algorithm. So we are going to look through this data. We will say for I in range, okay, and I'm going to assign the values, the index value of I. I'm going to assign the index value of I to another variable which I will call main value index. Okay, so I'm going to assign that. Now the next thing is for me to create another loop again, because I need to create two loops and then compare these two loops. compare the index of these two loops to see which one is greater and which one is lesser, so that I can pick the lesser one, put it in the first index, and take the other one to the back of that. So I will create another for loop, and I will say for j, and I will say I. If data, if this is equals to a, okay, so if data, okay, sorry, I'm going to compare if the index of j, the present index of the present index here, if it is equals to the present in, if it is greater than the present index of j. So if that happens, what am I going to do? I'm going to, if this is greater than j, then I'm going to use j as my least value, my minimum value index. I'm going to assign this as my least value. So I will just say I will say minimum value equals j. That's it. So when I do that, I can then swap the data. So let me show how to swap the data. I will say all right. So when you swap the data, so the next thing I'm going to do is to create another for loop to actually, or let me say, loop through the new list. Okay, loop through it again, loop through the list again after being sorted. So I will say for range. All right. So this is basically a selection sort algorithm. But first of all, let's check and if this code is actually correct. And basically what we are supposed to achieve now is that all this number is supposed to be in ascending order, starting from the smallest and proceed to the biggest number. So let's run it and see what we are going to get here. Let's try to reduce this value and see if it's going to sort it as we plan. So let's rerun this. So as you can see, this is sorted. Now let's talk about the time complexity and the space complexity of the program. So I'm going to create a space here. There's something I need to write. Okay, so the time complexity of this program is order of the time complexity of the program is big O of n squared, and space complexity is, sorry, my complexity is not correct. Let me put okay, my space complexity, the space complexity of the program is big O of 1. Now, what happened is this. When we talk about time complexity, it means the run time of the program, the time, the number of operation this algorithm will take place, we go through, which is going to affect the time it executes. So it's basically about the runtime. So if we say big O of n, this n is the number of inputs. This n here represents the number of inputs. Please let me put on my cursor, highlight. So time complexity. So the n here is the n is number of inputs. So what that means is that this is the inputs that we're making reference to. This is the inputs we're talking about. So we have two for loop that are moving linearly, sequentially on this loop. And that is why we have n raised to power 2, the outer loop and the inner loop. So as a result, as this loop, as the input increases, the runtime, the time complexity of this program increases significantly. This is one of the reasons why it is not ideal to use um, selection sort algorithm when you are dealing with large data. Or you can, it is okay if you are dealing with small data, but if it is large data, this is not sufficient because it takes a longer time to execute such program. So the space complexity, which a big O of 1, means that this program is not using extra memory or extra system resources to execute. So which means the space complexity is okay, is good, but the time complexity is not a good idea. So basically, this is what the selection sort algorithm is all about. So if you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and like and share. It's going to help the algorithm, my channel, to move forward, and also encourage me to do more of this video. And like I said, it's going to be of great advantage to you if you subscribe to the channel. So see you in my next video, where I'll be talking about stable selection sort algorithm. Thanks.